Today, we're going on a very special trip. We're joining our friend Ruby on a big adventure to the farm. She wants to see exactly where her breakfast comes from. Today, she is going to meet the farmer, she's going to touch the plants, and she will even see the animals. Are you ready? Let's go! Before her walk, Ruby looks down at her plate of food. She tilts her head and her eyes get really wide. She asks in her curious voice, "Where does our food come from? Where does it grow?" Well, the farm has all the answers. Let's follow Ruby and find out. Ruby arrives at the farm. First, she sees tall golden plants moving in the field. Ngano, wheat. A gentle breeze blows past. Upepo, the wind. The wind makes the wheat move just like waves in the ocean. Ruby reaches up high. Ngano ni mrefu. Wheat is tall, she says. He inakuwa chapati? Does this become chapati? The kind farmer walks over and smiles at Ruby's question. He speaks in a calm, warm voice. Ndio, ngano inatengeneza chapati. Ndio, ngano inatengeneza chapati. Yes, wheat makes chapati. The farmer explains how those tall, golden stalks of wheat are exactly what we use to make the yummy, round chapati. Ruby gently touches the little seeds at the top of the wheat. They are very small. They are very hard. She leans in close and smells them. They smell just like fresh bread. Ruby claps her hands together and says, "Chapati yangu, my chapati!" Next, Ruby walks over to the chicken house. She hears so many wonderful sounds. Cuckoo, cuckoo. Hen, the female chicken. Jogo, jogo. Rooster, the male chicken. Kifaranga, kifaranga. Baby chicks. Ruby looks all around the busy chicken coop. She hops on her toes, looking high and low. She asks the farmer, Mia yapo wapi, where are the eggs? The farmer points to a quiet little box filled with straw. Kuku ameweka kioto. Kuku ameweka kioto. The chicken laid them in the nest. Ruby looks inside the nest. Kioto. She sees smooth, round eggs resting there. Mayai. She is very gentle. She slowly picks one up. It feels smooth and warm in her hands. Asante cuckoo. Thank you, chicken, Ruby whispers. Ruby walks further into the farm and sees very tall green plants. Mahindi, maize. The green stalks are thick and the leaves are very long. Ruby spots something yellow hidden inside a green cover. She carefully peels the green cover back. Kigaya, husk. Inside is a big cob. Bong. It is covered in yellow seeds, many seeds. She starts to count them. 1, 2, 3. The farmer kneels down beside her to explain. Mahindi hii itakuwa ugali. She throws her hands in the air and shouts, Ugali wangu, my ugali. Now Ruby walks to the small farm right near the farmer's house. Bustani, garden. She sees neat rows of bright green leaves. Sukuma wiki, collards. She sees round things growing in the dirt. Kitunguu, onion. And she sees juicy, bright red things on the vines. Nyanya, tomato. The farmer hands Ruby a special tool to help. Kibuyu chamaji, watering can. Ruby tilts the can and sprinkles cool water all over the garden. The thirsty plants drink the water right up from the soil. The farmer nods his head proudly. Ruby reaches out to touch the kitunguu leaves, the onion leaves. They smell very strong. She scrunches up her nose and makes a very funny face. The farmer laughs out loud with her. For her last stop, Ruby walks to a big, wet field. Mabwawa yampunga, rice paddy. There is water shining everywhere. Ruby steps very carefully. Her feet sink just a little bit into the brown mud. Tope, mud. She feels the cold, squishy mud squeezing right between her toes. The farmer walks carefully in the mud too. Mpunga anapenda maji mengi. Rice likes lots of water. Suddenly Ruby sees something jump. Chura, frog. She looks closer and sees small green shoots swaying in the water. Kipindi cha mpunga, rice seedlings. Shamba la maji! Shamba la maji! Water farm, she cheers. Ruby has walked so far. She sits down under a big, shady tree to rest and think about her day. She realizes how everything connects. Chapati comes from ngano, the wheat out in the field. Mayai, our eggs, come from cuckoo, the chicken in the coop. Ugali comes from mahindi, the maize. Sukuma comes from the sukuma wiki growing in the garden. And wali comes from punga, the rice in the wet paddy. Shamba linatoa chakula chetu. Shamba linatoa chakula chetu. The farm gives us our food, Ruby says proudly. The friendly farmer comes over and sits beside Ruby under the tree. He looks out at the beautiful fields. Mukulima anafanya kazi kubwa. Mukulima anafanya kazi kubwa. The farmer does big work. Ruby looks out at the farm too. She sees the green plants, she hears the animals, she sees the sparkling water and the bright, warm sun. She knows now that everything on the farm works together perfectly. Every home is the farm. Asante mkulima. Thank you, farmer. Next time, Ruby will cook.